Okay, so I debated this for a little while, wasn't sure if I was going to do it, and finally I said I got to do it. So at the last race, my first race, I didn't have any race footage. I decided not to wear a camera. After the first race, I said, okay, I could wear one, and I was really impressed with the people who had footage, like Sean Pearson, who had footage that included the GPS track and stuff. So they're using Garmin's, and the new Garmin VIRB Ultra 30 just came out, and I just got one. So one of the cool things about this, we're going to unbox it now and take a look at it. One of the great things is it has live streaming to YouTube, so not only will I be able to show you the race afterwards, but for those who want to tune in, you will be able to watch along as I do the race. So I'm super excited about that. Let's have a look at it. And here is the Garmin VIRB Ultra 30. So it shoots in 4K, 30 frames per second. It will give you overlays, your speed, your track position, the grade. It's got voice control, so I'm able to control it with my voice without having to actually get a remote. The microphone, I can't wait to try out. I've heard great things about it. It apparently has a slightly different windscreen that improves the sound quality. It's waterproof in its case. It's got image stabilization built in for up to 1440p, so you're not going to get that for the 4K, but you will have image stabilization and live streaming, and this is only for Apple devices, and what I saw on one of the websites is just for the iPhone. Alright, so let's open this up. I didn't see this here. There we go. You open it up from the side. Okay, so we open it up on the side. And once we cut that, wow, look how much easier that is to open. Alright, so here it is. Here's our first view. So it comes in its case. This is the microphone section. You can see there's like 4 slots, and then 2 more here in the front. It's supposed to be much better at improving the quality. It looks like there's a microphone up there as well. And it has a touch screen, which the touch screen works through the plastic. Let's see what else we have in here. Alright, so we've got a gaggle of parts here, and we have a not waterproof altimeter door. I guess this is if we want to jump out of a plane. And here we have our battery and charging, and what we got here, it's very interesting. Well, we'll have to read about that one. So yeah, we'll be using that shortly. Matches the Garmin one. That's nice, so I can double up. So let's move this aside and take a look at what's in the bag here. Alright, so we have a rounded mount for one of the Garmin style action mounts. Here's a second one, and here's a Garmin style like arm Allen key for tightening something, a smaller arm, and here's one of the guys that clicks in there, and here's another one. Let's get this guy charged up, and then let's start reading some of the documentation. And first, let's open them up. And here's the camera without its casing. This one's power, this one's Wi-Fi, and obviously this is for controlling it, turning it on. And this must be for popping the door. And so yeah, the slight difference here in this battery, I believe, is it has a rounded side. The GoPro has more of a square side. But anyways, we could only hope that they would use the same, right? But that's not going to happen. Take a look at what else is in the box. Oh, we have a Garmin VIRB sticker, and we have instruction manual. And get VIRB edit software, so we can go download that. And then instructions and safety information. Here we go. All right, let's start charging. Okay, so I spent some time to look at some of these things, and that came with the VIRB, and let me show you a couple. So the Allen key is to tighten the screws here, which is nice. It actually, with the bigger key here, you have lots of leverage. So here we can see it's a 4mm, and I have that on my multi-tool, so I don't need to carry that around. I can just use my multi-tool. Now, the interesting thing about these Garmin mounts is that you can see here that you push it in, and then you can lock it by pressing across. Now, this is pretty stiff, and when it's locked, it is solid. So the only thing is getting it off. It's pretty hard as well. So we'll see how that works. Like this one here, I put it on, and there we go, came off this time. Now, what I find interesting about this one you actually have to put this piece on first, because once you put it on the lock, you can see here that there's no room to turn it. So basically, once it's pressed in and we lock it, I can't pull it apart. I also can't turn that one. So this one here will definitely have to be tightened up before you lock it in. The other thing I took a look at is this here is actually a water indicator to see how much water has gotten into the case, or humidity. So if we open it up, it's very well sealed. We open it up and then drop out all the pieces. The other thing in here is a little humidity indicator, and so you basically see the different colors, and you have this paper that is basically the same material, and you can place that into your case. So it's got a spot right here where you slide it in, and when you slide it in and leave it in there, there it is. It has a little like clips that kind of hold it in there. So you slide it in, and you can basically easily check your case to see, hey, has any humidity gotten in there. One of the other cool things is with the camera is that I tested it last night, and I was able to do a live stream to YouTube, so that worked great. And I was also able to turn on the recording. So what that means is I was actually streaming to YouTube in 480p, and I was recording at the same time in 1080p. So I'm going to go out today, I'm going to do a test ride, and I'm going to see how well the video stabilization works and how well the recording works if I have both of those turned on at the same time.